Hi.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Kim. Happy
Hi,
Friday to you.
Abby. Thank you. I'm so happy it's Friday.
I have to say, I am too. I'm happy to get that we're to the weekend.
Yeah, me too.
Um, it's it's been an interesting week for sure. How is everybody? And thank you for the questions that are already coming in. Thank you for that. Already starring them. Hi, Kevin, Living Vibration,
Hello. Hi, Kevin.
and Clarence, and everybody. Hello. So tonight is Newsflash FriYay, and so we read on uh, current topics,
Mm-hmm.
and that is our Friday night. And so we kind of like to wrap up the week a little bit. And there's usually always, Kim, right? There's always something that comes out on Friday, last
Yes.
minute, like today, like Santos being ousted today.
George Santos is out of there.
Oh,
I think most of us saw him leaving.
yeah.
But, as we all know, timing is so weird. And it is, there's so much free will involved when it's stuff like this. But I think it was inevitable because he's such a criminal. He
Right.
is so criminal.
Right.
Which it didn't seem to matter. But I really do feel like, and I think it's a sign that some gravity is returning. So there'll be, I think some things are changed forever and some things are going to be moving in a more normal, back to more normal things. But as we know, Trump's not getting any of the big backers. He's not getting any of the big donors. So slowly but surely,
Mm-hmm.
we're turning away from that, the awful that has been here around
Yeah.
so long.
Yeah. And the interesting, and I think we have some questions in regard to Santos. Oh yeah, Paula, and the fallout of this taking place, because there was some hesitancy for some people, because he's going to just spill the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
People are hoping. What I sense that some people are just hoping that people think he's just crazy and won't take heed to what he shouts out in regard to themselves. But I think people are afraid of him now lashing back and spilling the beans about them.
I think so. I also think that even though, we all know that so many of the people in Congress are so fearful. They're so scared all the time, but you can only stay in that mode so long. And then you get exhausted and then you have to do something different. And I think that these people are just, some of them are just tired of being afraid. And so I think this is going to be a test for them to see how this is going to go and can they weather it? Can they weather this guy, whatever, saying whatever he's going to say and doing whatever he's going to do?
Yeah.
He's like a baby Trump, right? And so let's see if we can weather this. And if we can,
he's
then
like a baby Trump. He's like a baby Trump.
He's like a baby Trump.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, and he was trying to pull the same stuff that Trump pulls behind the scenes, but it didn't work for him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any of these questions. So the question here then is, what's the fallout, right?
Right.
What's going to be the fallout? Is he going to try to take people down? How's that? All right.
I definitely see him trying. I mean, I feel like he is going to be like kind of everywhere for a little while.
Oh my gosh. And he's going to write a book, you guys. I
Oh,
see him trying to write a book.
yes.
A book from jail.
I do think he's going to go to jail. I really actually do think he's going to go to jail.
I see him in jail. And I think he's going to try to write some kind of book from jail. A tell-all book. Yep, he's going to jail. There is a lot of conflict, but justice will be served.
Yeah,
it's going to be a little bit. Whatever he says, though, it's going to be a little bit. It's going to be revealing, or we already know about it, but he's going to be persistent.
Yeah,
he's going to be persistent about this battle. But he is going to jail, you guys. He's going to jail.
But I do on Fox, so he's going to be on Fox a lot, whatever that is. Yeah.
And I don't know who's going to, read his book, but yeah, that should be interesting.
And, people this is the problem, right? They have so many people right now that are just in it for themselves. They're not team players. They don't care about really anything. They don't have any platforms. They don't have any ideas. They don't care about any of that. They just have themselves individually wanting to raise money. And so you just have a lot of crack pottery, they're just will do and say anything to get some money going. And so until they get this under control and figure out, do they want to keep on with this? Because it's really not serving everybody. It serves individuals at certain times. And sometimes that helps the bigger group, but usually it doesn't. They've been losing since 2016. So if they want to keep on this road, they're just going to keep losing,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
and you're on it tonight, Kim, with your sayings, baby Trump, and now crackpots,
crack pottery,
crack pottery.
Yeah.
Nancy wants to know if he's going to be sent to his own country. Is he from a different country?
I can't remember. Was he from?
I know he was in trouble in another country before. I forget what country though.
Oh, he's from Brazil. I was going to say he's Brazilian, but yeah, he's from Brazil.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, Brazil. Okay, got it.
That's right, because that's where he had was in the dressed up and stuff. It was in Brazil. That's where that was. Yeah. Interesting.
He has charges in Brazil as well. Oh, interesting. Oh, well, that's a good question. Is he going to be extradited to Brazil to face charges there?
He will eventually go back to Brazil.
Mm.
He will eventually have to go back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting the word that word.
Extradited. Yeah. And
I wouldn't get that word. So
yeah, it does feel like we have to send him back.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's a choice in it. I feel like there's some kind of reason why they have to send him.
Yep. He's definitely journeying. He definitely something from the past revisiting, and he'll have to journey.
Mm.
Yep. So that backs up the word extradite, or whatever that word is.
Extradite.
There you go. Okay. And yeah. Sue wants to know, will he be replaced with a Democrat? I know there's a lot of people vying for that seat now.
Mm-hmm. I've got a big yes. I feel like there'll be a Democrat in there.
Yeah, because with all these people vying for the seat, there's some other other not fully thinking people trying to get that seat that are Republicans. But they don't. I think the party's getting a little tired of these crazies. So I don't know that I don't think they're going to have a chance, like you said. But let's see. Is a Democrat coming in?
There'll definitely be a Democrat after the election. I don't know what happens between now and the election, but I feel like the voters are very angry about this and about him. They feel very, very angry about it. So I feel like it's almost like a punishment. They're going to put a Democrat in there.
Okay. So that makes sense. At the, yes, they will transition.
A special election, Kevin's saying. So I feel like they're whatever the election is, there'll be a Democrat in there.
Yeah. Yep.
Got it.
I feel you're right about that. You have that defeat and then transitioning to a different way. And it's a much stronger and more just coming in there option.
Yeah, I feel like people were very angry and they felt very embarrassed by this. Like it was humiliating for the constituents, and they're not happy about it. So I think that it'll be a Democrat.
Yeah. All right. Oh, got something going on here in the chat. That's weird. All right. All right, some more questions. All right, here we go. To the starred. Yeah. Craig wants to know how he's feeling. Yeah, he is terrified. There is fear there. I do sense fear with him, but he also is just trying to figure out his next move. You know,
he has that same thing that a lot of these people, whenever I step into some, not everybody, but some of these people's energy, there is such, like, they get so indignant when people call them on their stuff. They have this feeling like I should have all this money and I should be in this position. And if you can't see that, that's your problem. And they do literally whatever it takes to get to that position because they feel like they belong there or they should be there. And so I feel like he's very like, how dare you kind of vibe from him. And I get that a lot when people are finally, they lose their election, or it's like that, how dare you, because they just feel they belong there. Maybe they were royalty in a previous life.
That entitlement.
That entitlement. They just think they belong there. It's like, no, you don't.
And Yvonne wants to know about that. And so we just read on that, Yvonne, and we feel like eventually there will be a Democrat, whether it's from the election. Between now and then, I mean, if they have we'll see. But yeah, there will be. Okay. Lots of questions. All right, I think that's enough. Scrolling on that. I always go boop, boop, boop. All right.
Pastor.
Okay. We have Pegasus. Hello. Our astrologers. Okay, so astrologers talking about something big happening in April. What do you see? Anything? Do we see anything happening in April?
I just heard conviction, so I think there might be a Trump conviction in April. don't know if that's the thing. That seems like a big thing, but there might be other things too in April, but that's what I'm getting is conviction.
And I also feel like something happening at the end of March that spills over into April. So it's probably two different things, but there's something happening at the end of March that spills into April.
Mm.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah, there's gonna be some breakthrough, like you said. I see breakthrough. It's gonna uncover some major deceit and lies, but some breakthrough with that, some justice coming in. So I wonder if that is that conviction you're talking about.
That King of Swords makes me think it's Jack Smith, something with one of those. So I wasn't sure if it was Fonnie Willis or Jack Smith, but that King of Swords,
the King of Swords,
that it's Jack Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. And he's going to get the thief, the criminal. Yeah.
So that might be very much so what's happening, but also something that begins in March, it spills over into April. April 17th. Okay.
I feel like there may be also something that affects the war in Ukraine, because I'm seeing Ukraine. So just FYI, there's something about that as well.
There's also something about a writer, something about a ghost writer. Coming forward, something. A ghost writer. What's a ghost? What's a ghost writer? Is someone who writes for someone,
right? Yeah, they if the person who's doing the book doesn't know how to write a book, the ghostwriter comes in and like writes it for them.
There's something connected to a ghostwriter here.
Ooh.
Coming forward.
Interesting.
Oh, okay. And also like a ghost person, like someone who's been standing in for someone or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, so if you can't speak for yourself because have tubes, somebody's exposed. A ghost person. I've never seen in my team. I love them so much because they have to work with me. They're like, okay, let's tell her a ghost writer, and then let's see if we can get her to say.
And it's so funny you say that, because that's so often what it is they're just trying to get you to say certain words.
Yeah.
And I get that more and more when I'm like, oh, they just wanted me to say blah, blah, blah. It's not really what I'm actually seeing. It's the words. They just wanted me to say da, da, da. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hypnicity is saying a body double.
Yeah. Like maybe a body double coming forward. Like it's going to be exposed.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, I love it.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting a yes on that. Okay. We'll see. That is interesting.
Wow. Okay.
And Kelly Scarborough, the mystic next door, says April, there's a total eclipse in April as well.
Oh, okay.
What's happening on April 17th? That's what I kept getting.
April 17th.
Mm. The truth coming out. Oh my goodness. So I think I'm right about the ghost, whatever. This kind of backs that up. The truth coming out in regard to somebody in the world and the death.
Interesting.
April 8th is a solar eclipse.
Right.
Okay, April 17th is a few days before the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction occurs on the 20th. Okay. Well, I'm going to write down April 17th and we'll just see what happens on that day, I guess.
Yeah. Mary Sherman says, why wouldn't they want people to know that, why wouldn't they want the Russian people to know that if Putin has passed?
Well, speaking of, from my members today, they wanted us to talk about Putin, and because he's still putting out demands. He wants women to have 8 children. Every woman needs to have 8 children, give birth to 8 children. And he outlawed the LGBTQ thing. It is against the state or whatever. So that's outlawed. So
he needs to worry about his own stuff, not worry about other people. He's in enough trouble as it is.
He's trying to make some more soldiers. So, is that him? I don't know. Who's playing Putin right now?
I keep seeing him every time we talk about him. I mean, it's been like a couple of months. I see him underground getting injections, and I don't know what that means. But I keep seeing that over and over again. So I don't know if he's in a bunker and they're keeping him alive, or he's in a bunker and he's heavily medicated, or I don't know what this means, but I've seen it for a couple of months. Will you pull cards on that, Debbie?
Yeah. And
it's bothering me.
I'm also looking, because I have also seen him where he's hooked up to machine. Like he's in some kind of vegetative state is what I'm seeing as well. But where is he?
I was just looking at April 17th.
Yeah, he's okay. Who I don't see him. They're keeping the delusion going. There's a team of people keeping the delusion going. Going.
Interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is my Russia card. So
wow,
keeping the delusion going. And this is for opportunity, some kind of opportunity that they want, that they're hoping to get or something.
Right.
They're investing in this. But this isn't going to last long. This is not. Yeah, they're going to be forced into. They're going to be forced in looking at the bottom of the deck. They're going to be forced into revealing it at some point.
Weird.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe Schmo says Putin is probably being embalmed. It could be. I mean, he's underground and I just thought maybe it was like a bunker and maybe he was getting treatments of some kind, or or like you said, he's on machines or
yeah, I kept seeing him on machines.
something.
This time when I looked, he just in a vegetative, there's nothing there. Like,
Yeah, for training purposes only.
all right. Okay. Yeah, Chris says Putin is in a crypt-like place for treatment or something. All right. Well, that's very interesting. Anyways, April.
Very interesting.
I'd be interested to hear because we have a lot of, well, everyone here is psychic, intuitive. I'd be curious to know any hits you all, any hits the family get as far as 17th. Email me. Let me know what you're getting on the 17th. All right.
And with the question about why they wouldn't want people to know what's going on with him health-wise or whatever, illness-wise, is upsetting the apple cart. I just keep seeing apple cart, upsetting the apple cart. They don't want to, and you think, they're at war right now. They're they're teetering, because people are very unhappy with the war. They don't like it. And I think it just would be bad timing for,
Yeah.
Especially if they don't know who's going to take over or who else is, they don't know that yet. It seems like it's just like, it just seems bad timing. Hi, Kevin Lewis.
Kevin. Oops. How did that happen? Here we go. KD. Hello. Will the royal family take legal action regarding the new racist allegations? Have you heard about that? I have not heard of it either. Okay, so will the royal family take legal action? So someone's accusing them of being racist? Okay.
I'm getting no on the legal, but I'm feeling like a PR coming in, or like a PR person or something coming in.
Like creating narrative.
Yeah.
Creating narrative.
Yeah, I'm not really getting a law thing or lawsuit or anything, but it feels like, somebody coming in and fixing the story, like a PR person.
Yeah, they're going to rewrite the kind of focus the narrative to show.
Yeah.
To show that that's what I'm seeing as well. And yep, that's what they're going to do. They're offering new creative narrative to show how wonderful he is. They're not a racist. Offering a new creative narrative here. Okay. Wasn't it his Charles' birthday or something just recently?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Prince Charles and Princess Katherine are being accused of being racist, talking about the color of the kids. Okay.
Okay, I thought it was the grandkids.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, they're just gonna address the narrative.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And I think the reason they're not going to do any like lawyering, like a law thing, is because, or suing, is because there's truth to it. There's truth to it. So
right. Yeah, you don't.
They're gonna, it's all a lie. I don't know about that, Katie.
I don't. Yeah,
I kind of feel like there's some truth to it. Maybe it's not exactly how they're saying or exactly as bad as they say, but there's some truth to this. There's something about it that's true.
Yes. And so
For entertainment purposes only.
For entertainment purposes only. There's some shades to truth to this, and so they're going to be advised to do this other thing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Mountain Dancer, hello. What about Scott Perry and his phone stuff? Will that finally get him in trouble? Scott Perry and some phone stuff.
Again, I don't know about this. I don't know.
The family loves us, Kim, because we're like, we missed that. Where were we? That all happened. All right. Reading it cold. Scott Perry. Well, this is creating anxiety for him. It's like, sick to my stomach because of this or whatever. Whatever it is.
I feel like it's the tip of an iceberg. I feel like it leads to something. It leads to other things or something. I don't think it's...
Okay. Scott Perry set up the lawyer that was supposed to take over the DOJ.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And so this all has to do with the January 6th stuff.
All right. Because it feels like it's the tip of an iceberg. I feel like it's kind of like this is what starts more digging or something. So I feel like this is a catalyst. That's what I want to say. It's a catalyst, but it's not the thing.
It's not the thing. Mm-hmm.
At least that's how I'm perceiving it or getting it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is, it's going to bring light to, it is, you're right. It's just the beginning of the end of all of it. You have the Ten of Swords, the death, and then just kind of the highlight of all of this. It's just the beginning of a lot of swords.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hidden stuff.
Yeah, that's what James is saying. James said that it's a
coup attempt is far more vast than we think. Yeah.
Because I think even, with the January 6th, they uncovered so much, but I like he said, I think there's more. The more they dig, the more they find. The more they dig, the more they find, and it's going to just keep being that way for a while.
Yeah, and it's going to be more and more. And the people are, the people are most worried about their financial disasters coming in, but there's a lot of hidden stuff coming.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. How many congressmen are worried about Jack Smith wanting text on January 6th? I bet. Well, I mean, where they took me, Kim, was straight to was it the FBI or whatever or CIA? I don't remember which group of these people were that they had all their text messages destroyed.
Oh yeah, the Secret Service.
And so they took me straight there. So yeah, they were worried back then that it was going to be found and asked for. They saw this coming, but they had the means to do that, and these other people don't have the means to scrap it, but they certainly will try to pay money to have it done somehow.
Right. I keep getting it's going to lead to deals. So they may become witnesses, or they may, I feel like what he finds is damning enough that it makes them make deals. I'll testify, or I'll yeah.
That's good.
So it's gonna create problems for them. So I feel like they are worried, but I feel like that's where it's going. It's going to make them. It's going to force them to make deals of some kind.
Making deals.
Yeah.
Have to make the deals. Yep. Is Liz Cheney going to testify at the trial? Hi, Water Lily. Okay. Is Liz Cheney going to testify? Ooh.
I actually do. Well, I don't get her testifying in person, but I do feel like they're going to use footage of her. So I don't know if they're going to do kind of how they did with the January 6th, where they had people on camera and they shared the testimony. For whatever reason, I don't see her there like in the courtroom, but I feel like there'll be footage of her, either the stuff she did for the January 6th, like they'll play that, or they'll have footage of her testifying. But I feel like she's going to be in it. She'll be in the trial in some way, but I keep seeing her on film. But what do you get, Debbie?
I see her. She kept a very succinct. Is that the word? A very structured time outline here. Thank you, Elephant Wildlife. What do you call, like a timeline? A very ordered timeline of events leading up to January 6th and the 6th. She started keeping note and detailed notes with names and addresses on it, leading up to January 6th and after.
So it sounds like she'll have information for them. So
I feel like she will provide all of that information as needed for this.
Got it.
But she's got the names and the dates, guys, and the phone numbers.
That sounds like her.
I feel like it's showing me like this journal of date, time, and all this information leading up and after. So she has a lot of goods that she'd be able to offer them. It's almost like you wouldn't even need her to be sitting there. She has it all.
Right.
Out. Yeah. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Oh, Mimi said he's baiting. Is he baiting a trap here with the January 6th? Yeah, you caught on to that. Let's do some of these down here. Okay. Let's look at this question here. Can we look into the background of Mike Johnson? Is that his real name? Is he part of dark money and put into Congress to fulfill their plan? Without 270 electoral vote, Congress picks the president. Oh, how interesting. Katherine.
Thank you, Angie. Love you too. Love you, Cam. It's interesting because with Mike Johnson, I was on with Kevin, not Kevin Healing Medium, but other Kevin. Yeah, other Kevin. And I think it was on that show, but I kept getting that Mike Johnson, because it said like he doesn't have bank accounts, and I kept getting that he keeps his money in the church, that it's connected to the church and his money's with the church. So I feel like it has something to do with, yeah, see, somebody just asking about that. He does not have bank accounts. What's up with that? I kept getting he has his money in the church, or it's tied up in the church. The
Well,
church,
and so you can't follow that trail.
right? The mega, it's like, so something with the mega churches and him and his money and yeah, and all the tax benefits that churches get. I mean, but for some reason I was getting that it was in the church. It was tied up with the church. So just a side note.
Yeah.
Katherine.
Thank you, Katherine. Yeah, I feel like he's using it to cover up any trails of money and support or whatever.
Yeah.
And being in the mega churches and that whole agenda, 2025 agenda.
Oh, I know what the question was. Does he have offshore accounts?
Mm-hmm.
And I kept getting that it's in the church. So yeah.
Okay. Oh, Katherine, you're so kind. She made sure to donate on your channel too.
Oh my gosh, you're so nice, Katherine. I have to do that.
Very kind.
So sweet.
Okay.
Thank you.
I do feel, Katherine, I do. I am feeling the same thing that you're feeling here with this, and that there is an alternative plan here that he's a part of. So if it's Project 2025 or something like that, he's definitely part of that. And that is kind of where that money thing is in. And if we call that dark money, then yeah. And so with his money being all up in the churches, like what Kim is getting, they can hide any trails. There's no trails. Yeah, they did this to get him. They literally did this. This is a team effort. He's not a lone wolf in this with all this money thing to get him where he's at, because they are trying for victory, but it's not going to work. The plan isn't going to work. Not, and there's many that will go down with him.
I keep getting the Heritage Foundation as well.
Yeah, that's the
Heritage Foundation.
That's the 2025. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm getting that, and that Leonard Leo too. I'm getting that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's mixed up in all this stuff. Got to get like these corrupt people out of our government. We just have to, and the dark money and all this stuff. Yeah.
But he has some skeletons in his closet.
He does. He absolutely does.
And it will come to bite him. And I keep asking for specifics on the skeletons. I'm not getting specifics, but I don't feel good. I feel sick to my stomach when I think about it.
I haven't gotten that. I haven't gotten specifics either, but every time I ask about him, he has secrets. Mm-hmm. There are secrets. So I feel like it'll come out. You know, he's in the spotlight, right? He wasn't before. So we didn't know, but now he's put himself in the spotlight, and we all know that when you have secrets and you're in the spotlight, it's not a good combination, right?
No, it's not. Yeah. Lisa's like, oh, Debbie, the churches would never do that. That'd be blasphemy.
Blasphemy. Yeah. Never do that.
All right. Yes, Deb. I believe that Jack has the goods. I really do. I've thought this from the beginning, that some of the things that he was doing right at the beginning said to me that he had the goods, but he's lining it all up just as it should to get to the people he really wants.
That's what I'm getting to. I feel like for him, he's so focused on Trump. He's so focused on Trump, but I feel like there may be some stuff he gives to the press. There may be some stuff he kind of, it's almost like he throws it around so that it's picked up by somebody. Because if some stuff is just like gross but not illegal, he might throw it over to the press. And he definitely has it. I feel like he understands the danger to the country because of these people. They don't have the country's best interest at heart. And I think that really bothers him. I don't think he likes that because I feel like he's kind of a straight arrow. And he really doesn't like this. And yeah, I feel like he's going to get, I think you're right, Debbie. I think he's got all the dirt and he's getting all the dirt. He's just going to, because of where he's digging, he's going to find it. But, and I just feel like he's not going to do everything. He's not going to arrest everybody. He's going to kind of throw it around, give some to the FBI, give some to the press, give some, and take them down in different ways.
Now, a few people have, I know that Katherine asked this as well. Is Mike Johnson is it his real name? I haven't even thought about that. It might not be his real name, but since so many people are asking, it must be out there. People want to know, and this is Newsflash FriYay. Let's find out. Let's ask. Is this his real name? Mike Johnson. Michael Johnson.
I'm getting that he's gone by another name, but it seems like when he was younger. So maybe if he has like a stepdad, or if he had like, I'm not sure, but I feel like there was another name at one point. But I feel like this is his legal name. But I do feel like he went by another name at one point. I'm not really getting anything like malicious about it or anything like that. But maybe that's what people are picking up on, is that he changed it to Mike Johnson to be more, whatever. White, to be more white, to be as white as he possibly could.
Yeah, there is a difference. He's not saying the whole truth there in regard to his name as a kid. His name was different, like you got there.
Yeah.
Childhood name is not. There's some deceit there.
And with the baby, it just made me think maybe it was like his birth name was different than his name now, or something like that.
Okay. And he's withholding something. There's something not told.
Yeah.
He's not who.
Interesting how everybody gets that vibe from him.
Yeah, so you get the vibe.
Said, he's not who he seems to be. There's something else to that guy.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Janice Conant said his first name is James.
Okay, James Michael Johnson.
Oh, so maybe that's what it was, that we're getting his birth name is different. But I don't get anything nefarious with his name. I just feel like it was something else, or it is something else, and he went with this because it sounded,
better. Yeah.
Generic and white and whatever.
But
Caucasian. Yeah.
All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Sandra Day O'Connor passed.
Okay.
Was that today, Wiki? I feel a couple people brought that in.
Sandra Day O'Connor. Okay.
Sandra. Yes. Okay. Everybody's saying yes. So she passed today. Well, sending peace and love to the family. And maybe next time when we are on in a couple of weeks, we can talk to her, bring her in, see if she
Yeah.
has. Yes, but we'll send love and light to her family.
Yeah.
A lot of exits. Yeah, Wiki. A lot of exits lately. She was 93. Okay.
Wow.
Lisa's all, it's been in the news.
Yeah.
Kim, we should read the news.
I know. I thought, well, I watched my morning news and then I'm out. I just can't do it all day long. And I know news breaks every hour it's breaking. So I just happened to see the George Santos thing before we popped on.
Right. That's exactly what happened to me. Okay. Wayne, hello. Wayne says Slate Ridge is a secretive, privately owned military training facility in Paulette, Vermont. Are they training a MAGA army? MAGA army, sorry. MAGA army. Ooh, I don't like that place. I don't like the place, Wayne. I don't like it. It's a harsh place to train. Talk about hazing your own. It's awful there.
Did they have a raid at one point? Were they ever raided, Wayne?
Locals are scared stiff. I bet they are. It's horrible. It's a scary place.
Because I feel there may be, if they have not been raided, I feel like there might be a raid coming at some point.
Elizabeth, thank you. Blessings to you. Okay.
That's what I'm getting with this place is I'm seeing it being raided. So I don't know if that's past or future. Thank you.
It's like one of those things, if you get in, you can't get out too. Like a gang. Like a gang. It's awful, you guys. It's awful. I don't feel like their future looks great. I feel like there are eyes on them.
Yeah.
I think that they're going to get themselves in trouble because they're going to act hastily. But it's not a great place. Hotel California. Yes, Flick. Just like that.
I feel like it's a group like I think they are MAGA, but I feel like they're it's a lot of members of. It almost feels like a Christian based militia or something, or Christian centered militia or something. It almost reminds me of like the kind of like the Oath Keepers, but more religious, because I feel like there's Bible stuff or something there as well.
No wonder I just
right. It kind of feels like
it's awful what they do to kids too. I mean, the little one. I mean, I see young boys, and I just feel like, like they don't want to be there, but they're being held and hazed, and like they're grooming them. It's going to be. This needs to be broken up. Oof.
Yeah, Flick, it does have kind of a Waco vibe, but to me it's much more violent, but it has that feel. There's something kind of a bit cultish about it. But there's I feel like a real Bible centered something going on here.
Yeah, this is not good. Not good, guys.
Hardcore. I just heard hardcore.
Sorry.
Traps. There's traps around the property.
Yeah.
There's traps around. Yeah, there's traps all over the property. So weird. Weird place. It almost seems out of its time. It's weird. It's a weird place.
It does. It doesn't feel. They definitely have their own rules. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's tricky. I mean, after Waco or whatever, it's kind of tricky to break these things up. So, but that I think you're right. I think we're looking at the same. It's very close in that.
But yeah, that's very interesting, Wayne. Thanks for
Wayne. Yeah,
bringing that up because that
armed men walking the local roads. Wow. Yeah. I do feel, yes, yes, Fleck.
Yeah. And like, again, like, because that had like a very Christian-y, Hitler had that religious stuff in the background with it. It's very weird.
Yeah. Is there eyes on them? It's a hard one to infiltrate. Like you would not survive if you were a spy on the inside. But they do have people looking, and justice is coming. Yeah, I do feel that there is some.
I just heard tread lightly, so I feel like they're watching them, but they know they have to be very, very careful because they're so armed.
And they go to their own rules there. Yeah. Okay, well, bizarre. Thanks, Wayne.
It's very interesting. I do feel a raid coming though. I just think they have to be really, really careful. So they may be casing the joint, and there's lots of, like I said, lots of traps. So they have to be really careful.
Coming in from up above. Yeah, they're anticipating actually something happening. Yeah.
And they're very poor. There's something about them that strikes me as very, they share like kind of poorer backgrounds or something, very like harsh backgrounds. So even like a lot of gangs, when they come from broken homes, and they're very vulnerable people. That's what I want to say. They've gotten a lot of some people are in charge, and then they've got a lot of these kind of very vulnerable people that are willing to lay everything on the line because they really don't have anything else. So it reminds me kind of things like I mean, for entertainment purposes only, but more like a terrorist group rather than like a militia. They seem a little bit more I can't get quite what they want to do, but it's like almost like a militia and a gang mixed, if that makes any sense, with the Bible on top.
Bible on top.
Yeah, extremists. Thank you, James. Yeah, extremists. It's very odd, though.
I do feel that they're for entertainment purposes only. I do feel like they are going to take some action against this group. However, they have to keep it really under wraps because they do have people on the inside. I also am getting here too that you have some upper people who are connected to this group, even though they're not in the group living there.
Mhm.
There's some puppet masters, so to speak,
Yeah.
that we would know. And so there's that going on. So there's some connections here to higher people, to high people. You wouldn't find them living in there, but they definitely are encouraging it somehow. And so there's some connections there that, so if you do the raid, you're going to miss out on getting them or something, maybe. I don't know. But
Where was this at? Where was it?
Wayne, where's this at, Wayne?
Oh, in Vermont.
In Vermont. That's right, Vermont. Right.
That is weird. But we just had that weird shooting there too. So we know there's some extremists in Vermont, even if they're hiding amongst the liberals. They're there. So, but that's interesting. Very, very interesting.
Okay, so we're gonna just pull a quick card for the family here, and so we can set off towards the weekend on a note of support and love for one another, choosing to encourage one another and uplift one another and shine your light. Keep your light shining. So let's pull a card for everyone. And then
okay, well, I'm going to pull one of my cards.
there you go.
And I'm going to pull. Okay, so I got the Harmony card.
Ooh, perfect.
Harmony. And the prayer is, let me put my, you didn't get a prayer with it. Okay. Today, my prayer of intention is harmony. May I seek ways and solutions to live in our harmonious way with people, animals, and nature. So there you go.
I love it. Oh, Linda has her 2024 predictions up. So do you, right?
I did them last week. Yeah.
I can't watch yet until I do mine. Okay. All right. So I have 2 cards here. Here are our cards. You have the card of choice coming in, which is the number 7. And well, it's the number 16, but it equals 7. And the prayer of intention is to be aware that you have choice in your life. Be aware of of acting in a conscious way with every decision you make, big or small. All choices matter, and you have a choice. So yeah, I love that, and it really combines with what you got. And the angel angel energy. This is from my angel deck, and the angel of creativity is coming in to help us this week as well, and rediscovering your spark, your light. Mm-hmm. Rediscovering your light, and that you have an angel to help you with that energy right now. Remember that you are a unique miracle, DNA miracle. What you bring in is special. Remember who you are, and also remember you have choice.
I love that.
All right, guys.
Yay.
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, and please check out Kim Intuitiview's channel. Like and subscribe if you haven't on her channel. If you haven't done that on my channel, come to my channel and do that as well. And also go to the website, Kim's website, Intuitiview.com, and check out her classes. Mm-hmm. And also go to freebirdspirit.com and check out my classes. And then in the new year, we have some new stuff coming together. Mm-hmm. And so keep your eye out for that as well. Blessings to you all this week. And just remember love and light. And we'll see you all later.
Bye.
Hmm.